to preview the Baylor versus Ohio State women's volleyball match. I don't know where both of these teams will be ranked. And Ohio State is currently 3-4 right now, but they have lost 4 matches in a row to 4 top 11 opponents in Georgia Tech twice, Stanford and Oregon recently. And they do play Texas the day before they play Baylor, by the way. And that match will be played. Let me get the right time and everything, right date. September 15th at 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus, or there's live stats as well. So just an FYI on that. And I know Ohio State's kind of going through some growing pains, and they'll have to replace some players from last year. And they barely survived Bowling Green in one of those matches, and we played Bowling Green recently. So, and they survived them 3 sets to 2 even. So what are some players to keep an eye on for Ohio State? And then I know that stats could change, probably will change once they play Texas, but that's the day before, and it doesn't make sense for me to do a video on the day of the game, to do a preview of the game. At least for some context, y'all could see who the best players are, and if you want to check out what happened against Ohio State versus Texas, you could check out in the stats. I mean, for the match, if you feel inclined. I'm just saying that, just to tell you that. Now, what are some players to keep an eye on? Sarah Sue Morbitzer. Morbitzer. I apologize if I butchered that name. And I'm going to put the stats in the roster in the description below so y'all could see it. She's a 5'6" defensive specialist that is a senior on the roster. She has no kills on 2 attempts, 6 assists, 8 service aces, 10 service errors, which is the most on the team on the aces, and same thing as for the errors. 6 receiving errors, 45 digs. That's it. Now, the next player to keep an eye on is Chelsea Thorpe, number 7. And she is a 6'3" outside hitter that's a sophomore. 69 kills on 150 attempts with 18 assists. 18 attacking errors. I apologize. 3 assists, 16 digs, 9 blocks. All those are assisted. 1 blocking error, 3 ball handling errors. Mia Tupman is a next player to keep on, number 9. And she is 6 foot setter. That's a freshman. So, yeah, 7 kills on 22 attempts with 4 attacking errors. 263 assists, which leads the team. 3 service aces, 2 service errors, 54 digs, 2 blocks, in which both of them are assisted, by the way, and 1 blocking error and 3 ball handling errors. And that's enough on the ball handling errors for Ohio State right there, by the way. So just a FYI. I'm going to go right ahead and mention Lauren Murphy, number 10, even though she hasn't played a lot. This year she's a 6'4" outside hitter / right-sided hitter. That is a freshman. 9 kills on 59 attempts with 15 attacking errors, 1 service ace, 2 service errors, 2 receiving errors, 5 digs, 3 blocks, which all are assisted, by the way. Okay, honestly, the next player to keep an eye on, only because of the digs number, is number 11, Sydney Taylor. A 5'9" defensive specialist that is a junior. Okay, Sydney Taylor, 2 kills on 4 attempts, but with 1 attacking error, 14 assists, 4 service aces, 10 service errors, 18 receiving errors, which is the most on the team, and 77 digs. That's it. I'm only going to mention this player because of the number of digs. Is Caitlin Hoffman, number 15. And she's a 5'8" defensive specialist that is a freshman. 1 kill on 1 attempt, 2 assists, 4 service aces, 3 service errors, 4 receiving errors, 34 digs. That's it. Now, Riley Raider, number 20, is the next player to keep an eye on. 6'2" middle blocker. That's a senior. So, yeah. 45 kills on 96 attempts with 6 attacking errors, 6 assists, 3 service assists, 6 service errors, 24 digs, 15 blocks, which is second most on the team. 4 of those are solo, by the way, and 1 blocking error. Now, the next player to keep it on is Emily Lundot, number 22, and she is a 6'3" outside hitter that is a freshman. I mean, a senior, actually. Correction. A senior, yeah. 128 kills on 303 attempts with it. 47 attacking errors. 3 assists. 1 service ace. 9 service errors. That's a big number. 2 receiving errors. 53 digs. 14 blocks. 4 of those are solo, by the way, and that's it. I'll go ahead and mention Grace Egan, number 23. And she's a 6'1" outside hitter that is a freshman. 38 kills on 117 attempts with 36 attacking errors as well. 5 assists, 6 assists, 6 service errors. So that's really her strength. And I know that kills are not good in terms of like kills to errors ratio, but you get the point. 8 receiving errors, which is second most on the team. 41 digs, 3 blocks. All those are assisted. 1 blocking error. And the last player to keep it on is Eloise Brandewie, Brandewie. I apologize if I butchered that name. Number 31. A 6'3" middle blocker that is a freshman. 39 kills on 104 attempts with 13 attacking errors, 2 assists, 2 service errors, 9 digs, 17 blocks. 2 of those are solo. That's it. And I get this Ohio State team has lost the last 4 matches up to Texas, and it wouldn't shock me if they lose Texas at Texas either. So potentially they could they could be 3-5 heading into this match, but I don't know because I'm doing that in advance. Don't be shocked if they do lose, and even if they lose, they've played a hard schedule with those 5 matches in a row, and they would have to play us, and I would have to assume we're a top 20 team, or at least top 25. And I know we lost to SMU, which could hurt our ranking a bit. Obviously, you want to limit errors across the board. Service, attacking, receiving, you name it. Type of error, you got. I mean, you don't want to have that. Obviously, you want to get blocks on them. And, of course, you want them to limit your blocks. I mean, of course, you have to have crisp passing. Not like when you're receiving the ball, or even like setting up for a kill on a free ball. Of course, you don't want to have like a free ball or overpasses while the other team if that happens, you got to take advantage of it. And of course, you don't want them to take advantage of it either. Dig every ball, and don't let them dig every ball. And of course, you got to be smart about kind of variety it up, because you don't want the defense to be so predict your next move. You got to stay mentally tough, and I know you're going to play Washington State prior to this match, and that might be a tough match. But even if you win that match, don't go into this match super cocky about it. You got to stay even keeled no matter what the result is against Washington State. I'm just saying that because Washington State beat BYU, and if you beat Washington State at home, you shouldn't overlook Ohio State necessarily. You shouldn't. You gotta stay focused for every match, because you never know, upsets can happen. I'm just saying that because in sports we know upsets can occur at any time. So yeah. Obviously, you gotta look at the film and see what their strengths are and try to take those away and exploit those weaknesses. And try to get some positive momentum to begin each set as much as possible. Especially if you're up like 2-0. Try to put them away in the third if you can. But if you can't, you got to finish them before. I'd rather not have to go to a fifth. If you're up 2-1, don't let them go to a fifth, of course. Or even if you win the first set, don't let them get the second necessarily. You got to clean all those errors up, and especially you don't want to give some free points away just based on service errors alone. So yeah, that's another thing. You kind of have to use you got to feed off the energy from the crowd as well. It's home field advantage. You gotta take advantage of that. I mean, get some positive energy, and I'm just saying that because I know the football program has been down, and some people might be deflated about that and not come to volleyball, but there are some people that do care. So I'm just pointing that out because, look, let's be the spot, try to give Baylor a positive spotlight here. Like in this sport right now, when I know football's not doing as good right now, or since the last 6 games, and even soccer is still in a rebuilding stage. They're not like terrible. They're better this year than last year. I'm just saying that because look, you're a top 25 team. You're possibly a top 20 team. You got to take care of business at home, and don't let them push us around. Nor anybody that plays in our building. Don't let them push around. We gotta show who's boss. Boss. And of course, you gotta hustle a lot just to extend points sometimes. I mean, that's the truth in all this. So, and I know it's not easy. You're gonna have to play another match, literally, when you played 4 matches last weekend, you have to play then Washington State for your 5th match in 1 week, and then potentially 6 matches in a little over 9 days is not a lot, especially not a lot of rest time. So hopefully you did some good recovery from the Washington State match. I mean, both stretching and ice baths, anything that the coaches say to do right after a match, you got to do it. So you got to stay physically tough. I mean, and hopefully you come out of this with no injuries at all, because you don't want injuries in any sport. Anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe and see you guys learn, find subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go. And don't have like I said, errors like crazy, because I know that's kind of what hurt us against SMU. I mean, 53 total errors, especially 18 of those are service errors. Yeah, that you can't have that. You gotta limit those errors as much as possible across the board.